we go. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's Sufi teachings. This Sufi teaching series we call Community Connection occurs on the first Sunday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It is organized and underwritten by Sufi Center Minnesota with the intention of making the Sufi teachings of peace, love, mercy, justice, freedom, and beauty available to people everywhere. We acknowledge that the land Sufi Center is located on is the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Dakota and Mid-Wahkidan tribes. Sufi Center Minnesota recognizes and respects the enduring relationship that exists between many indigenous peoples and their traditional homelands. We're excited and grateful to have Zuleikha Alda Sainfort with us today. Zuleikha, a board-certified holistic care specialist, founded Advanced Healing Wellness Center in Pembroke Pines, Florida. She is a Muqaddim, which is a community leader in the South Florida community. She authored and published Family Lineage Healing, Pain Patterns, Trauma and Emotions, and Ayurveda, the Science of Life. Her quest for understanding the medicinal power of organic and spiritual medicine led her to postdoctorate studies in Ayurvedic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and spiritual healing at the University of Spiritual Healing and Sufism in California, where she earned a master's degree in divinity. As a healer, Zuleikha has gained insights that prompted her to research and deepen her knowledge in various methods to address lineage-related emotional scars associated with inherited patterns, PTSD, and childhood or inherited trauma. She has transformed the health and lives of many individuals dealing with personal, intergenerational, and spiritual issues, and is a strong advocate for a holistic approach to health and wellness. Her teaching today is Healing Trauma Through the Power of Divine Attributes. Zuleikha, welcome, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Abdullah, and thank you all of those who are here to support this healing series. Some of you are here for the first time, and I'm in deep gratitude for all of you who are here. And I am very pleased today to present Healing Trauma Through the Power of Divine Attributes. What I want to share with you is the classification of trauma. It is classified in 3 different categories. Could be acute trauma, chronic trauma, and complex trauma. Acute trauma is the immediate response to a person during a shortly after a trauma or traumatic event. Chronic trauma is a long-term response of a person after prolonged exposure to traumatic events over time. And complex trauma is the response of a person to multiple traumatic events, whether related or unrelated. To some, consider a complex trauma to be a subset of chronic trauma. There are many different types of trauma, but most of the time people associate trauma with domestic violence, sexual abuse or assault, accidents, human trafficking, or traumatic grief. But there are other types of traumas like child neglect, bullying, birth trauma, war and displacement, military trauma, law enforcement trauma. We see a lot of those happening on a day-to-day basis, incarceration, medical trauma, and intergenerational trauma. And with intergenerational trauma, for you to really have a good understanding of it, I'm going to do a short reading from this Family Lineage Healing book. And do read maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs. So the chapter I'm going to read on, it's Overcoming Inherited Trauma. Overcoming inherited trauma can be a complex and challenging process, but several steps can help. Acknowledge the trauma first. Acknowledge the trauma is an essential step in overcoming inherited trauma. It involves recognizing the presence of the trauma and understanding its impact on your life. This may include exploring your family history and identifying trauma and dysfunction patterns passed down through the generations. For example, if your ancestors experienced war, famine, or displacement, you may be carrying the emotional residue of those experiences in your own life. This may manifest as anxiety, depression, or other forms of emotional distress. By exploring your family history and understanding the experiences of your ancestors, you can begin to make sense of your emotional struggles and gain a deeper understanding of the root cause of your inherited trauma. Acknowledging the trauma also involves accepting that it is not your fault and that you are not responsible for the trauma your ancestors experienced. In addition, it is imperative to recognize that the trauma is a part of your family's history, but it does not have to define your present or future. By acknowledging the trauma and its impact on your life, you can begin to take steps toward healing and transformation. The patterns of dysfunction passed down through the generations. Start here. Any traumatic event may be present with signs and symptoms. And sometimes we see those signs and symptoms around us or within us, and we do not understand what they mean. Some of those signs I want to share with you are insomnia, decreased concentration, loss of interest, irritability, depression, anxiety, nightmare, flashback, feeling shame and worthless, chronic pain like headaches, migraines, substance abuse, eating disorders, feeling unreal or out of body, self-destructive behavior, loss of sense of who you are. All this could be, there are many more, but these could be some of the signs of trauma. So healing trauma through the power of divine attributes is a concept that resonates deeply with Sufism and similar teachings. It involves invoking divine attributes of one love to find relief, strength, and healing. Trauma can be a deeply painful and overwhelming experience, leaving lasting effects on our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It is a universal experience that affects people worldwide. Throughout the world, we see and we hear of trauma. We witness violence, crime, natural disasters, wars, social injustice, and even genocide in various regions, past and present. These events, they contribute to painful memories and widespread emotional trauma, with effects that ripple through communities, impacting social structures and overall well-being. However, by invoking divine attributes, we can release the negative energies and emotions associated with trauma, finding peace and healing within ourselves. In Sufism, there are 5 main practices that can be highly beneficial for healing trauma. Most of you are familiar with those practices, and most of you are not. And one of them we do very frequently, and Abdullah talked about it earlier. After this presentation, we're going to have a taker. It is a remembrance of God. So this practice helps to quiet the mind and alleviate anxiety and stress by focusing on the divine. There's also movement engaging the physical movement helps connect with the inner self and allows the release of pent up emotions. Poetry also is one of the Sufi practices. It has the healing power to heal trauma as expressed by the poets like Rumi and Hafez, articulates deeply emotions, and emotions resonate with universal human experience. There's meditation. It's a practice that helps transcend thoughts and connect with higher states of consciousness, cultivating awareness and acceptance. Community support. We have community support circles. It is essential for spiritual growth and emotional well-being. Participating in Sufi gatherings or communal practices provide a safe space for individuals to express themselves freely while receiving support from others facing similar challenges. There are some attributes I'm going to be transmitting to you today. There are divine attributes. These practices can be deeply personal. The key is to find the attributes that resonate most with you and use them frequently. And these divine attributes, as you use them frequently, as a source of strength and healing. I'm going to invite you to find a very comfortable position. You can be seated, you can be lying down, whatever is comfortable for you. And I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out. Remember, each time you inhale, you're going to inflate your belly like a balloon, adding air into your belly. Or I would say push your belly out each time you inhale. Then pause, then exhale slowly. Allow yourself to sink deeper into relaxation with each breath you take. Just inhale and exhale. I'm going to do a prayer called the Fatiha. As I recite this prayer, allow your being to sink deeper. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Continue to inhale and exhale. And as you inhale and exhale 5 times, I invite you to repeat Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It means in the name of God, the Creator, the most gracious, the most merciful. 5 times in your heart, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After you repeat that 5 times, visualize a warm and comforting light envelop you, filling you with love and compassion. Then focus your intention on your heart center, or wherever you feel emotional trauma is showing up. Maybe in your belly, maybe in your hips, maybe in your chest, wherever you notice that. Keep your awareness there. Or imagine your heart or that place is opening like a flower, radiating warmth and love. I will transmit a set of qualities, divine attributes, and each of them is to help you and support you in healing trauma. I will begin with the recitation of the divine name Wadud, which means unconditional love. Unconditional love can help you feel supported. Ya Wadud, 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 Ya Wadud. Two other attributes I will add with Wadud: Rahman, the compassionate, compassion; Ghafar, forgiveness, to help you forgive the feeling of guilt and shame. Embracing the divine attributes of unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness can help you heal from trauma. Forgiving yourself and others to release the burden of anger and resentment to heal the emotions. Yawadud, 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 Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman. And if you would like extra support, you can place your hand anywhere you feel discomfort, anywhere you feel something is showing up for you related to trauma. Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, 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 Yawadud. Breathe in and go deeper. Yawadud, Yawadud, Yarahman, 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 Yaghafar, 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 Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, Yarahman, Yaghafar, Yawadud, 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 Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Khafa, 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 Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Wadud, 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 Ya Rahman. Visualize a soft and soothing light washing over you, and feel a sense of comfort and ease spreading throughout your body. Yawadud, Yawadud. Focus on any feelings, pain, or hurt associated with your trauma. Allow yourself to feel these emotions fully without judgment or resistance. Take a deep breath in and out. Open your chest and allow it to expand. You can gently shake your legs and your hips to clear any energy that is sitting there or stagnated. Gently shake your legs, your hips to clear any trauma that may be sitting there. Yawadud, Yawadud, Yawadud. Imagine this loving energy enveloping these feelings and transforming them into light and love. Yawadud, 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 Yawadud. Ya Rahman, allow yourself to fully connect with the energy of Rahman. Imagine being embraced by a warm and loving energy and feel your heart opening even more. Ya Rahman, 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 Ya Rahman. Beautiful. Go deeper and deeper. Ya Rahman, 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 Ya Rahman. Take another deep breath, very soft. Push your belly out and go deeper inside. Ya Ghaffar, the most forgiving. Imagine any feelings of guilt or shame associated with any trauma you've had is replaced by a sense of forgiveness and release. Ya Ghaffar, 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 Ya Ghaffar. Remember to continue to move or shake your body. And this movement helps release anything that is stagnated in your body. Ya Ghaffar, 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 Ya Ghaffar. Place both hands in the center of your chest and bring your full awareness into your heart. Allow the light of these divine attributes to go deep into your heart to witness your Lord, your Creator, to witness the one love. Ya Wadud, Ya Rahman, Ya Ghaffar. Ya Wadud, Ya Rahman, Ya Ghaffar. Ya Wadud, 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 Ya Wadud. Inhale and exhale. And the next set of qualities we're gonna use Kawi and Aziz. Kawi for strength, Aziz for courage. Invoking these divine attributes, strength and courage can empower you to face any fear and to overcome challenges. This can be particularly helpful in building resilience and moving forward after a traumatic experience. Yakawi, 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 Yakawi. Feel your strength. You can feel it in your coxside, in your lower belly. Yakawi, Ya Aziz. Yakawi, Ya Aziz. Yakawi, Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz, Yakawi. 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 Take another deep breath. Know that each time you inhale deeply and exhale, it takes you deeper in witnessing. Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz, Yakawi. 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 Again, take another deep breath. Exhale slowly, as deep as you can. Now visualize a white light filling you. And imagine this light is spreading out into the world. starting here in the US, going to Gaza, to Israel, to Lebanon, to Ukraine, to Iran, to Russia, China, South Korea, Haiti, and other Caribbean countries. North, South, East, West Africa, Latin America, Australia, New Zealand, all the Asian countries. Imagine this light is moving throughout the world. And as you see the globe, it is filled with light. Sending healing and peace. Ya Shafi, Ya Salam. We're sending peace and healing to the world and to your ancestors, those who came before and after you. Ya Shafi, Ya Salam, 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 Ya Salam, Ya Shafi, 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 Ya Shafi, Ya Salam. Go deeper and deeper. Once more, repeat Bismillahirrahmanirrahim 5 times. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Know that you can incorporate these attributes in your daily life, daily practices, to help you feel more calm, to reduce anxiety, sadness, depression, or any signs or symptoms you may witness. When you feel down, when you feel depressed, these attributes can really help and support you. So I invite you to share if anything you'd like to share, or if you have any questions, to unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat. If you are still traveling, take your time. Whenever you are ready, you can take a deep breath and return when you're ready.
Deborah has her hand up. Deborah, would you like to unmute yourself, please?
Hello.
Hello, salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I wanted to say this was quite healing. This time, and I've sort of had the feeling long in my life that there's been well, I know in my life there's been trauma and in my family. However, I've had dreams, many of them, and this is going on forever since I was young, of relatives who were before me where there's trauma, like things were happening and, really just unbelievable things. I would think I was in a movie or something, the things I would see. So as I got older, and learning more, I feel I can connect wholeheartedly with this, with um your talk tonight, because it, it the things of the past do affect what's happening now. You can't just get rid of them. They're here. And I know I took the one class with the Sufi healing level 1 most recently, and so I learned a lot about healing. But for the longest time, the word forgiveness, the stag for a lot, that sort of start me on the path. That's a long story. Nobody has time for that right now, but it seems as though it's that, like that and an atonement. And even with my current what I do, I I'm thankful, maybe because this whole study, this whole learning and healing is not just for me, it's for my family and future generations. Do you know what I mean? It's not just about me, you know, and I don't know, I really like to learn more, honestly. I want to know more about this and ways, and I'm thankful for the zikr with that healing, that it's just so many things that I felt. I have to write them down for I forget, but I can sense the healing, especially um Awadud, Rahman, the one with the K, the third one.
Khafa.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, my left ear is sort of blocked up. I had to get the wax out. No, but anyway, um, that one I could feel in my legs the movement, and I've had an issue with back and movement, whole arsenal too long. I like to have a session with you. Do you do sessions?
I do.
Yeah.
I do sessions and retreats.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna look you up. Thank you so much.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for sharing. And your sharing is really for everyone, because everyone has some sort of family lineage trauma, intergenerational trauma. And
Yeah.
even when we don't talk about them, we don't acknowledge them, but they are there in the subconscious doing their work.
It's
The
true.
nightmares and the angers, those emotions, sometimes they are not ours, they are a lineage who passed them down to us.
Yeah.
We can explain why we are like that, why we behave like that, like our mom, like our dad, or so
Yeah.
forth. Yeah.
That's sort of neat in a way when I think about it, because my mission, I'm sort of on the other end of life, and it's okay. But just to pass it on for my children and future, so they can know and understand what is happening with them,
Mhm.
Yeah, because in my family, actually, no one talks about any of this stuff. Everybody's normal. The one that goes to therapy is crazy, like me and all that. So, but I imagine it'll be a way to share this in some way, in maybe small parts for the
Yes,
benefit of the family. Maybe make a diagram, like maybe learn
yeah,
about what's happening and make some kind of diagram and share it some kind of way. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, I wrote this book, Family Lineage Healing, Pen, Pattern, Trauma.
Oh,
And
okay.
there are lots of information I share in there. You could use those, and it would give you really good understanding of how to start your own process.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't know about that. Great. I'm
You'll
gonna
get
get
it from
that.
Amazon.
I am. Yep. That's the place. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for
Alhamdulillah.
sharing. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And who's next? Abdullah? Zima, is she next? Zima Bernard?
Yeah, I think so. I wanted to,
Unmute yourself.
Yes, yes.
yes, thank you for this. This was beautiful. You have a very healing presence, and so I really appreciated this very much.
Thank you.
I have developmental attachment trauma from childhood, and I've done a lot of healing with EMDR, internal family systems, talk therapy, all of that, and somatic work. And I still feel like I'm not able to overcome the issues that I have with problems with my brain, with lack of focus and concentration, and the anxiety and the depression and that kind of thing. And I'm not sure if there's anything specific you would recommend for that, or any particular things of the divine names to use in the Dicker for that specific type of developmental attachment trauma that happens in childhood versus, a one event PTSD type thing. Do you have any recommendations?
Divine attributes, you can use Salam, Wadu. These are very powerful attributes to bring love into the feelings without pushing it away or fighting with it. And Salam overall bring peace. So those two attributes are very, very good. There's also Noor, light. You can work with light, and Muid, the restorer. So those are very great qualities for that. Yeah.
And that's specifically for like brain issues, because that's my problem is and then getting COVID, it's like really dysregulated my brain. So I didn't know if so those were the ones you would recommend specifically for brain issues?
Yes, and with everything, again, your intention is very important.
Yes.
Set your intention and ask your divine creator what you'd like to receive, and you use those attributes. And also you can use your fingers and place your fingers around your head to transmit directly to your head from your fingers.
Yeah, that's true, because there's so much healing in our hands. So it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Aisha is next.
Alaikum.
Alaikum
Yes,
assalam.
those retreats, and they are wonderful. I'm so grateful for Zuleikha.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because I haven't been feeling well. And the other day I said, my famous line is, what's the date? And yesterday was my sister's birthday, and I didn't grieve her 4 or 5 years ago, like I would have, should have, could have. And just earlier, I was sitting here thinking, when was Brian born? We had a stillbirth. And because of you, I brought up, I still have feelings. Claire had to bury the baby, and I couldn't go. The hospital wouldn't let me go. And there's still grief. and pain. And I really thank you for helping me to realize that and use the qualities to get that healed, because it was, and then I look at it and say, well, he's got problems with his heart, and I know things that he's been through, and that had to be very major.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. There's a message on the chat. Someone asked, what if anger still arises when we try to forgive? Okay, understand that this is a process. You may not be able to do it in one day. So it is a process. And there's the quality Halim, specifically for anger, that can really help and support you. Halim, Rahman, and Rahim, compassion, mercy. Halim is forbearance, clemency. Those qualities are very good in supporting you and processing anger. So reciting those qualities frequently over a period of time, you really become those qualities. Yeah. Okay. Someone asked for the title of the book. It's
I also wrote it in the chat,
Oh,
Zuleikha,
okay.
and I put a
Okay,
link to
that's it.
Zuleikha's website in the chat as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Abdullah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, someone asked, it's important to try to buy books from other resources than Amazon? Amazon is supporting genocide going. Okay, so yeah, this book is everywhere. It's on Barnes and Nobles, all the bookstores, all the online books. I forgot all the names, but you'll find it. If you type the name of the book, and it will show up. It's on eBay, everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, thrift books. Yeah, Abbey books. Yeah.
Brother Waleed had a question there, Zuleikha. Do you see that?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
He asks, please, how to deal with grudges and willingness to revenge.
Qualities you could use for that again is Sem Halim, Rahman, Rahim, because revenge, grudges, those are feelings that come up when when we get angry, and then there's always a need to revenge. And it's one of the blameworthy qualities we find in Siddhi's book, He Who Knows Himself Knows His Lord. There's a list of blameworthy qualities and praiseworthy qualities. And when the Prophet, peace be upon him, explained about anger and the process of anger, how it shows up in the body, and the quality Halim is the best quality to help calm anger. Rahman, Rahim, Salam, those qualities are very powerful. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
Dee has her hand raised. Dee, would you like to unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Hi. Thank you so much for this incredible session time with you. It's so powerful. I know everybody feels that. I can feel the elevation of love in this over the course of this hour. My question is about when one is pushed to such a degree that things are so horrific that are happening, like say in Gaza right now, or in any situation where people are being so oppressed, what is there to say about how to act in a way to protect oneself or defend oneself if one is experiencing incredible kinds of violence, like the way that, you know, the weapons that are being tested on people right now, people are being just obliterated within one, you know, dropping of one bomb, or the way these weapons that are being used. And is there not also something to be said for standing up for one's life, for, you know, and for one's community when that kind of atrocity is happening, and when to take matters into one's hands in order to defend life and defend one's community in the face of it being erased, because that's what's happening. Is there's the ancient and incredible, beautiful cultures of this world are being erased right now. And if somebody doesn't protect them from the violence that's happening, they won't survive. Like, that's not, at a certain point, it doesn't seem that only peace and nonviolence will be effective. And so that's just my question is about that. I know it's not an easy answer, but I'm just wondering what your perspective is on it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking this question. And this question is a very difficult and painful one for all of us as we are living this time and we are seeing, hearing, and feeling everything that is happening. And the part personally we could play in that is holding all parties in prayer, because we see so much happening, yet we ask, why does God allow that to happen? And there's a reason for that. And we can reflect on our own self and our own violence, many ways of being violent or holding traces of violence within us, and see the role we play in that as well. And physically, we may not be able to do much, but we can hold each one in that place of love, contentment, and pray for those who are affected by it and also those who are not affected directly. And know that God has the answer and He knows why it's happening. We don't know the reasons, but everything again is in God's hand. So let's heal ourselves. When we heal ourselves, we heal our own trauma. Then we can extend the light, the healing light, to the world, and we can help heal the world. Because what is happening in the world is a reflection of each of us, how we hold trauma, violence, and all that we see going on.
Naseem has a question. Naseem, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Yes, Nasty.
Assalamu alaikum, my beloved Zuleikha.
Oh, my dear, how are you?
I'm okay, I'm fine. It's the middle of the night here, but thank you for this. I just wanted to ask you a question about the divine name in response to the question that was asked, not last one, but the one before, that when we do, you know, feel like you have anger and you have revenge, what about the name Al-Muntaqim? How would that work?
Yes. Yes. There are so many divine names that we can use for anger. I give an example of a few, but there are so many more. And whatever resonates with you, you can feel free to use whatever that resonates with you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I read in the Physicians of the Heart book that it was like
Mhm.
a homeopathic approach, like you give a little bit and it Allah
Yeah.
neutralizes it. So I was just wondering, that
Yeah.
sounded lovely.
Yes, because some people were gonna feel more connected with certain qualities more than others. And the reason for that may be because some qualities are more gentle. And some of them, they like the hack, very strong. And not everyone likes strong approach, and not everyone like gentle approach. So whatever resonates with you, it's great. For some, just the salam is great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zuleikha.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So Zuleikha, we're at time, and I'm just wondering if there's any words you would like to leave with us before we end the teaching for today.
I'm very grateful that I have given this opportunity again to share this teaching with the community, and grateful for all those who are able to participate, especially those of you who are in different time zone, like 5, 6, 7 hours difference, and you make big sacrifice to be here. Thank you all for being here. And if any of you want to have personal healing or participate in any of the retreats I do on lineage, healing, trauma, and all that, feel free to reach out to me. My website is on the chat, and you can contact me via phone. You're more than welcome to. And I thank you so much, Abdullah, for the invitation, and you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Zuleikha, for a beautiful teaching. We are very grateful to you.